Hey Ma, do you know what bursts my bubble?
What bursts your bubble?
Contamination fears. And so I went into this coffee shop, Dunkin' Donuts, and I asked them to make me a tea, a black tea. Mm-hmm. The woman before me, she ordered green tea, but they made her 2 black teas. And she said, I don't want the black teas, I want the green teas. So the black teas sat on the shelf. And the thing they fill up the green tea and black tea with, they pull a lever and it puts it into a cup, you know?
Water, yeah.
Yeah, well, tea, actually, not water.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but you know, that's how they make it. And, you
was
know...
Was it iced or
yeah, there was a little bit of ice in the cup. So you know, I ordered a black... So she made them remake it, and they made the green tea, and her black teas just sat on the shelf. Mm-hmm. So, you know, I asked for a black tea, mm-hmm. and, you know, what they didn't put mine under the lever and pull it. They took her cup of black tea, dumped it into my cup, and I asked for a little ice, and they spooned out just a little bit of ice. I'm like, that's gross. I mean, I'm getting contamination fears. And they said, no, I'm doing nothing wrong. That's fine, you know? And I'm like saying, can you remake it? They're like, no, I did nothing wrong. So, I mean, I didn't get nasty. I did what Grandma and Grandpa did. You know, I kissed it up to God. I said, there's no contamination here.
But you have every right to ask them to make a different cup.
I did. I actually did ask them, and they were acting, they said they did nothing wrong.
This was this one?
Yeah, the one right down the block, yeah. It's a true story. But you can't get contaminated with anything like HIV that way. No. I mean, it's just gross. I mean, and I complained. I actually complained.
Well, you want to hear my contamination?
Yeah.
So I was rushing, and I rushed into this Dunkin' Donuts with another Dunkin' Donuts.
This is a different one, yeah.
A different one. And in the front, they have the donuts and they have bagels underneath. But then there's a place where you go to wait to pick up your order. Mm-hmm. And I had ordered for a person that was undergoing a health procedure. I had ordered a bagel with cream cheese.
Right.
And I'm watching the lady, and she had bagels in the back where I guess they make them. Mm-hmm. And she doesn't have gloves on yet, and she takes a tissue and blows her nose.
Right.
And I'm watching her blow her nose. She's clearly sick. And she drops the tissue, does not wash her hands,
right,
and then starts fingering gloves, puts it on, and then touches the bagel. Now she's got germs all over the place. Then, when she goes to hand it to me, she coughs all over the bag.
Right.
So I took it. I didn't say anything to her, but I went back in and I said, look, I don't complain.
Right.
I'm not a complainer. But the person making this bagel blew her nose, did not wash her hands, and then made the bagel. They gave me a bunch of free bagels and apologized.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes like Grandma and Grandpa used to do, kiss it up to God, because
latent sickness.
Because like at least, I mean, when it comes to pizzerias, people will touch money, then touch the pizza.
Yeah, you have to just...
like you see people with acne picking acne, then
touching
your bagels.
Oh.
I mean, unfortunately,
I'm very funny about my food.
If you eat fast food, which you and I both do, you're not going to get the cleanliest people.
I don't eat fast food.
I mean, obviously, I worry. Can you get HIV that way?
No.
According to the internet, you can't get HIV from
food.
From food. Maybe you could get COVID-19 or the flu, but you can't.
I don't even know if you more likely get a flu or not even a flu. I think more like a bacterial infection.
Right.
I would think.
But it is gross.
Or hepatitis. You know,
can you actually get hepatitis?
Hepatitis A, which is food poisoning.
Okay, food poisoning. Yeah, you get food poisoning.
That's hepatitis A.
But you can't get hepatitis C that way.
Not C. No, C is bloodborne. No.
Yeah, because from
C is really hard.
From what I gather from therapy, and try not to. We don't want to both make each other irrationally afraid of contamination. But from what I gather, you can't get HIV or hepatitis C that way. So just try not to worry, because I'm like, even talking about this, I'm worried about like the lady spooning the ice and pouring.
No, that's the one with the cold was the one that was contagious.
Right.
A cold is contagious.
Right. But you didn't eat it. I actually drank the iced tea.
Yeah, but she didn't.
Her hands are basically getting in it, and she was spooning the ice. It was gross. It was really gross, but I just kissed it up to God.
But you know what? When you order fast food, I remember working at fast food. You never know. You got to kiss it up to God.
You just got to kiss it up to God.
You're going to order it, you got to kiss it up to God.
Yeah. And that is
what it is.